The term divine feminine, the term goddess, the term royal bloodline, these terms are being used so haphazardly right now. But someone that is going to watch this video is actual divine royalty. A sacred goddess is coming through to remind you of this. Tap in. Let's see what she wants to say. Divine Feminines, what's good? It's your girl YaYa, the spiritual doula. Thank you for tapping in to another sacred empowerments of the divine feminine. And look, listen, I just drunk some tea and I'm feeling a bit calm. All right. I had put a little orris root in there, a little blue lotus. What else I had in there? The jasmine is the one that get me. It get me every time. I am feeling so calm, but I'm gonna get this message. I'm gonna get this message out to y'all because I really want you to hear what is being said today to you, okay? And if this message resonates with you, wonderful, beautiful. If it does not resonate with you, that is perfectly okay. Please take a moment and go through our sacred empowerments for the divine feminine playlist, and you will surely find something there. If not, go ahead and subscribe anyway, you know what I mean? And come back and check out some videos as we come forth in the future. So I want to say welcome to all new visitors of the Mother's Daughters ITV. Thank you for tapping on this video and giving me and the spirit who is speaking through me expressly a listening ear. Also, gratitude and thank you to all returning subscribers. If this is not your first time, what's good, Soul Tribe? Hope y'all are well. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna try to get this out because I'm gonna tell you I'm about ready for a nap and it's only 10:30 in the morning. Anyway, but don't even be judging me for that because I've been up since 3. Okay, so this is a very powerful message. Okay, and it has to do with some of the divine feminines in the collective. Something is going on in your life, and I do not know what area of your life, you know what area this could be in, but it feels like you are in the middle of a storm. I don't know if this is a financial storm, if this is a storm on your job, you know, whether there's been layoffs or you've been fired or you are pressed to terminate your position on the job. I don't know if this is in a relationship, familyship, love relationship, marriage. Could be going through something with your children, could be going through something in your mind and in your spirit and your emotions, and it feels a bit chaotic. Something's going on where you are in the middle of a storm. Okay, at least this is how you perceive it to be. This is what you intuitively feel it is. There's a lot of change. And a lot of times when we think about storms, of course, we think about doom and gloom, right? Nobody likes when it really storms. We okay with a little rain, but we don't be with all them storms and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we think about doom and gloom when we think about storms. But this is a storm in the sense of a change. There's a lot of changes going on in your life, divine feminine. A lot of changes. And some of you, I have the goddess YaYa here who is bringing this message to me today to speak to you. Okay? You may work with YaYa in an ancestral way. You may work with the goddess of storms in whatever, under whatever name that she has presented herself to you culturally, ancestrally, so on and so forth. But I have YaYa here. So what she is saying today is that the storm that you are experiencing is designed to help you remember exactly who you are. All right. What you need to understand, divine feminine, is that you are not just another one. Another what? Another human being, another woman, another divine feminine, another anything. You're not just another one. What this storm is designed to help you see and remember is that you are literally royalty. Okay? The thing about human life is that most of us, how do I say this, Spirit? We know that we have, there are human beings in this world who live their external lives as royalty, right? We have real live princesses, real live princes, real live kings and queens, so on and so forth. But what most of us who are not living that at that level of external life, what most of us don't know and don't remember is that we are descendants of royalty. Okay? This is a bloodline royalty. This is a spiritual royalty. So both genetically and spiritually, you are royalty. And so you've been living as just another one. You've been living as one of the many, right? You've been living as one of the subjects. You've been living as just a human being trying to figure this thing out. And so these storms that you are experiencing are aiding you at figuring these things out. Okay? What YaYa is showing up to remind someone in the collective is that you are royalty, but you have not been making decisions as royalty. And so therefore, you are having to experience somewhat of a tearing down and rebuilding, because going forward, your life is designed to look a different way. You are designed to move in your external life as royalty. But the first step is reminding you that you are royalty. So you're literally in a season of your ancestral guides, your ancestral elder sisters, your ancestral bloodline is aiding you through removing from your present life what cannot go with you in your future, because you are destined to live in your future life as the royalty that you are, both genetically, both bloodline and spiritually. As we know, in the blood is the life, in the blood is the spirit. Okay, so this storm, these changes that you're experiencing may be monumental, but you are a part of a royal priestesshood. Okay. Now, while she was talking to me, two words were brought to my attention, and the first word was fermentation. Okay. And the second word I received because I asked the question, and when I got the word fermentation, I wanted to know what's the difference between fermentation and spoilage, right? I wanted to know a clear understanding. What is the difference between something fermenting and something being spoiled? And so I did a quick Google search to get an understanding of those two words. Fermentation equates to a method of preservation. And I found this very interesting because in my mind, I've always thought, okay, you can call it fermented, but basically it's rotten, right? But no, it's not rotten. It's been preserved. It's been changed from one state into another state by the breaking down of the first state, right? It's broken down. It's changed. Now, spoiling or something rottening is a change as well, but the outcome, the result of spoilage is deterioration, which is different than preservation. When you want to preserve something, you change the state that it is in and move it into another form or move it into another condition to preserve it so it can be reused later. What you are experiencing right now is a fermenting of something in your life. Like, I don't know in what area of your life this applies to, but you will know. You are being fermented. Something in your life is being fermented and or preserved for future use. So this is not spoilage. And I know sometimes when we go through change, when we go through these storms, it can feel like things are falling apart and you cannot see what is going to be the outcome when something falls apart. I say it all the time, change does not feel good for most of us because it requires loss. It requires for something sometimes to be taken away from you. And when you are in that season of transformation, when you're in that season of a storm, you really don't know what's going to be the outcome. I live in Florida, right? And we get a lot of hurricanes, and every time one comes, we have to go through, of course, boarding up windows, maybe even evacuating. It's a very anxious time when a Category 5 hurricane is about to touch down and you don't know whether your house is going to make it. You don't know whether your car is going to make it. You don't know if your sentimental values, things that you have worked so hard for, is going to make it through this storm. And the media and everybody on the internet and on TV do a very good job with the fear mongering. But I mean, a Category 5 is something to be concerned about. Let's not play, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of information that's coming. They're reporting on it's hitting as a 5. It's going to touch down as a 5. It's going to come this direction. It's going to pass through here, and you might be in its path. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of anxiety because you do not know after the storm passes through what is going to remain, what is going to still be there. People lose their lives in these storms. You got family members that you're worried about. Most of my family is in Florida, all over Florida. So that anxiety and that fear is because you don't know the outcome after the storm is over, what will be. And I feel like this is the same thing we experience when we're having a storm in our life. We don't know what is going to be the outcome, and so we have a fear of the unknown that can sit upon us, right? But this is where your ancestral connections come in. This is why I get on and give these messages on their behalf, to confirm for you that you are, for one, not in the storm alone. You are, for two, not going through a storm for no reason at all. You are, for three, going to come out of the storm better than you were before you went in it. Okay? The goddess Oya is saying that you need to be reminded of who you are. You need to be reminded of the stock that you come from. You need to be reminded of the power that is coursing through your temple, which is your body. You need to be reminded. And most of the times our ancestors will come in and aid us by showing us the areas that need to be transformed by thrusting us into seasons of change in those areas. The storm that you're experiencing right now is designed to cause you to go within. Sometimes you experience a storm in life, and this is not one of them situations where it's just like, oh, I'm going through a little something. No, this is a storm. This is a storm. This is a overhauling. This is a complete change. This is a transformation. This is shedding. This is some real deal change here we're talking about. Okay? And when we enter those seasons of having to deal with that vibration of transformation, it forces us to go inside. Sometimes out of the sheer fact that everything on the external is so chaotic, it just forces you to go sit down somewhere Indian style, go lay down, take a nap, go light a candle, you know what I'm saying? Go talk to somebody. I don't know who you're going to call on somebody. It forces you to see and reflect inwardly when your outside world is being turned upside down. And that's what this storm that you're experiencing, Divine Feminine, is causing you or asking you to do, because there's something on the inside of you. There's information that is deep in the reservoirs of your subconscious that your conscious mind is not readily available to retrieve, that you must go inside to retrieve it. And it has everything to do with remembering your power, remembering who you are and what you come from, remembering your elders, remembering the wisdom that is encoded in your DNA. Do not fight going within. Do not fight going within, because there are secrets about you and about your future that are hidden within you, that if you fight or refuse to go within, your external environment and the raging of the wind and the rain and everything that you're going through, the lightning, the thundering, all of that's going on in your external world will put you in a spirit of fear. And once you get in that spirit, then you will be in that storm until you yield and go within. I'm hearing her tell me, in whatever area the storm is raging in your life, the solution to bring peace to that situation is not a solution that you think it is. For instance, if you're having a financial storm right now, the solution is not go and get a part-time job. And that's what you may be thinking it is. If you're in a relationship storm because your old man done cheated on you, walked off, and your heart is broken and everything's messed up, and y'all getting a divorce, and you got to split bank accounts and the kids and everything, and this, the solution that you think it is, and I've done this, so I'm not judging nobody, but if you act like you don't want to get with me and you don't want to be with me, then fine. I can just go find me somebody else to be with. I could replace you easily. It's not a problem, right? But sometimes that's not the solution. Sometimes the solution is not to just go run off and entertain yourself romantically with other people while you figure out what's going on in this committed relationship that seems to be crumbling. The solution, if you are experiencing grief or mourning or loss, some sort of emotional or mental anguish, the solution may not be to just go to the liquor store and get another bottle. The goddess is saying that the solution to this storm is not what you think it is, and it is not a solution that is readily available to your conscious. It is a solution that you are not aware of because it is encoded in you. You need to go within to get that secret solution to this problem, to retrieve it, because it is an ancient wisdom. It is an ancient bloodline. It is a whole host of other divine feminine goddesses who need to remind you of what you used to know in another lifetime, about how to move this matter, how to speak to this mountain, how to move this situation. There's some sort of hidden knowledge. And so this storm has been brought to you to cause you to go within so they can remind you that you are living, breathing, walking, talking royalty. I'm not speaking about royalty metaphorically. Okay? You got everybody walking around hollering they divine feminine, they goddesses and yada, 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 and to each his own. But who I'm speaking to is to someone who is actually from a royal bloodline of divine femininity. Okay? And you may be aware of this or you may not be. This is the whole point for the resonating with the message. If you resonate with it, this is where your intuition comes in. This is where you have to fill in the things that I'm not saying through your intuition. Because that intuitive pull to what I'm saying, even if you don't know consciously that you are divinity, again, not metaphoric divinity, but the pull you feel to the message is the confirmation that what I'm saying applies to you. And so the rest of what you need to know will be revealed to you when you go inside. When you take your eyes off the wind, the rain, the lightning, the thundering, get out of the anxiety of the raging of the wind around you. Get out of the anxiety and go inside into the eye of the storm. Okay? That you will be reminded and you will be given by your elder sisters. You will be given the solution that you're not even right now aware of. This is going to require, this time right now for you is going to require for you to be flexible. And I'm feeling because I'm talking, and it's blessing me too because I'm speaking in spirit. So the flexibility that you're going to need is because when they give you the solution, it's not going to be what you think it is. It may not even be what you want it to be. And so you're going to need to be flexible in applying the solution that they give you. You're going to need to be flexible. And you're also going to need to give yourself grace right now. All right? Because this is also a learning curve. Because as you begin to remember that you are royalty, as you begin to reunite yourself with your ancestral family, And though you may have already done that, there are more that want to come towards you. I took some notes of some goddesses that really want to work with you. And you may already work with them. And this again will be confirmation. But I have Bas here. The Egyptian goddess Bas wants to work with you, or you're already working with her. All right. She's also Artemis in the Greek pantheon. So if you're working with Artemis, or Artemis is calling you, if you stem from that Greek line. Okay. I have Ptah here, and I have Heka. Also another confirmation that this may be for someone, a divine feminine, who's listening to me. You are either from Memphis, or you now live in Memphis, or you've been thinking about moving to Memphis. Okay. Memphis, Tennessee. All right. But you're going to need to be flexible because you're in a learning curve. And as you raise your vibration even higher to begin to emit. See, when royalty walk in the room, like whole royalty, when they walk in the room, they emit a certain gracefulness. They emit a certain energy. I mean, even celebrities and stuff, they emit a certain gracefulness about them. They have a certain aura. And your vibration is going to raise itself to the point where you're going to, this happens to me all the time, and this makes so much sense. I'll just get up in the morning, decide I need to go to the grocery store and get me a few things. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the grocery store. And I just don't be understanding. Like, here lately, and I'm in the South, so people are very hospitable. But you know when it's like, okay, wait a minute. Not too many people is smiling and good morning to me and greeting me. Like, too many people. Like, it's just staring in my eyes and stuff and giving me like they like it's a certain acknowledgement. When your vibrations raise up, you can be minding your business, walking through Walmart, and it's like everyone notices you. And I'll be like, well, let me make sure I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's straight. I mean, I go out the house looking decent and everything. I ain't got no boogers hanging out my nose. Everything's everything. You know what I mean? But it's not even that, because it's like how you doing? Nice to see you. Hi, good morning. And I have a very pleasant experience when I step out my house. And I hear other people online talking about everybody's so angry, everybody's so grumbly. Folks, putting up videos of people cussing and fussing each other out all on the internet and recording it. And I just be like, I don't ever have these problems when I go out the door into the public. I'm generally entreated very well. I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but it is because when you raise your vibrations, people don't have to know you to know what they see. They don't have to know you. Your aura causes them to greet you, causes them to go the extra mile. I've been in the convenience store and was just buy me a little tater chips, give me a little something to drink, you know what I'm saying, or give me some gas or whatever, got me a little tater chip, a little honey bun or something, and I'm standing in line behind the first person in the counter, and all of a sudden they turn around and tell the cashier I'm paying for her stuff too. I be like, oh, thank you, appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I just put my little stuff up there, they rang it up, and you have a good day. Thank you, I appreciate it. And see, this is what I'm saying. That is a vibration. That is a vibration that others see, feel, sense, pick up off of you. And this is the vibration that comes with knowing that you are royalty, that you are divinity. It's not an arrogance. It's not it's not an entitlement or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But these are the things that will begin to happen to you once you begin to really embrace that you're not just, you're not just who you are. You're not just who people think you are. You're not just the role you play on the job you go to, mother of the children that you gave birth to, wife to the husband that you got. You're not just, daughter of the mother, of the father, of the cousin, you're not just that person. You're way more than that. You're way more than that. Even if your external life doesn't readily reflect, right? That truth. But the truth of the matter is, many of us as divine feminines are living lives that are not necessarily reflective of the royalty that we actually come from. And I don't want to get into the 50 million reasons as to why that is. With every new lifetime, we're here and we experience a different level of society, level of culture, level of everything, right? And so most of us are not living even the way we have lived in past lives. And so because of that, you need to be reminded, and going within and exploring the subconscious, reminding yourself and being reminded by your ancestral connections of who you actually are is how you begin to heal that breach, that breakdown. And you bring that royal energy into your current lifetime, right? So this change is inevitable because of who you are. Because of who you are and what it is imperative for you to be consciously aware of concerning who you are, the storm you're experiencing right now is necessary. It is designed to break down all falsehoods, all everything you're believing about yourself that is of the absolute right? Like that is absolutely contrary to who you are spiritually, to who you are and what you come from and who you come from. Anything around you that is false, this storm is going to move and it's going to clear that out. When you need to purify gold, silver, anything of that nature, you bring and you introduce it to fire to purge away all the impurities. To purge away all the impurities. Now, as royalty, as you begin to embrace the fact of that, as you are reminded in real time of your bloodline and your spiritual inheritance, your spiritual family that you are derived from, as you begin to emit that royalty, it is very, very important that you use your sacred Heka. And this goes back to the Egyptian goddess Heka that came forth. Your sacred Heka is your words. Your words. Okay? You have to appropriately use your sacred Heka. In essence, you have to learn how to decree and declare, because that's what royal people of power do. They decree and they declare, and it is so. Right? This is, so you have to move out of the whining, the complaining, the woe is me, the oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. What do you mean you don't know what you're going to do? You're royalty, sweetheart. You're going to go and get the wisdom that you need, and then you're going to decree and declare it to be so in your external life. But we're not going to whine and complain, because that's beneath us and fruitless. Right? You are an ancient goddess. You are an ancient goddess, and your ancient goddess family wants to reveal more to you about who you are. They are assisting you in this storm. They are assisting you by creating the storm. As we know, God, the goddess YaYa is the goddess of storms. Now, I again want to affirm that this is change. It can be destruction. Destruction is change. But this is a destruction that is being prescribed to you because what she's destroying no longer serves you or was built upon falsehood. It is beneath you to begin with, and now she wants to bring you into the awareness of who you are so you won't build on your foundation any more falsities. You won't go into your future continuing to build a life built upon falsities. Things that are beneath you. Okay? Prepare yourself for the divine insight that she's going to give you. If you do not work with YaYa, she may be calling to you. Okay? If you already work with her, then there is something more she wants to show you. So you prepare yourself for the divine insight. And I heard her say, prepare yourself for interdimensional travel. Okay? Going within in the beginning is kind of like a void. Right? But as you do it and you master the void, then you kind of free up your conscious mind to interdimensionally travel into your subconscious. And in the subconscious is where all of the things that we have somewhat like forgotten. If you want to go as far as to say you've had your memory wiped, you don't remember. You need to be brought into remembrance of this secret knowledge, the mysteries of who you are and why you're here. I'm hearing her say who you are and why you are here. Right? This ancient family is your soul family. Okay? This is your soul family. Some of you have already, many of us already work with ancestral soul family, soul connection in the spirit realm. I'm feeling led to say that there are more that want to reveal themselves to you. So you're being asked to come in again more often and go a little deeper. All right. And this storm is raging to cause you to do that. They need you to remember them and yourself in order to bring about a unity through raising your vibration to match theirs. So a lot of times we're not aware of a lot of times we have to raise our vibration to the vibration of certain ones before we become aware of them. We cannot be aware of, let's just say, bass if we haven't raised our vibration to match bass's vibration, right? So they're aiding you at going deeper, going higher, so that you can build a bridge between these other aspects, these other members of your ancient soul family who can help you remember who you are and why you're here. Your future is not going to look anything like your past. And this storm is a clearing out of sorts. Okay? It's a clearing out of the old to usher you into the new. And in order for you to be sustained in the new, then the precursor is that you have to become the new. right? You have to become the new, so that when the new external life begins to reflect the new, you can stand in that without going back to relapsing and building up old situations, allowing old vibrations, lower vibrational people back in your life. You know what I'm saying? All the trauma and the codependency and the trauma bonding. You won't relapse because there's nothing to relapse to, because all of that has been destroyed in you and outside of you. Okay? Don't allow your reason to wrestle with your intuition. Don't allow your reasoning to wrestle and fight your intuition. Trust your intuition. When you have the downloads, when you receive the dreams, when you start traveling and seeing things while you're at rest or while you're in meditation, when you come out of it, don't allow your reasoning to say, no, that was crazy. I don't know what that was all about. Right? Investigate, spiritually investigate, ask more questions, talk to them more, ask questions. I'm really feeling pressed right there. Ask, and you will receive the answers. Don't assume you know. Don't assume you know. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask. You will receive the answers, because it is time for you to receive the answers. And we know that because you're in a storm. So it is time for you to receive the answers. A couple of signs and synchronicities that she gave me, that you may see either in your dreams or in your waking life, in your external life. One, you may see a lot of hawks. You may see more hawks. Now, this could be on TV. This could be, like I said, in your dreams. This could be, hell, I don't know, anywhere. It doesn't have to actually be a physical, living, like bird flying in the sky, because oftentimes hawks and eagles, they're rare. You don't really see them that often. But if you see an increase of hawks, I went through a phase last year where, I was seeing them a lot. Okay? And so I knew that I knew what that meant, right? You also may be called to, or attracted to, or see in your dreams serpents, snakes. Okay? Don't be alarmed. If you're like me, I'm cool with metaphorical snakes and the symbology of snakes. Right? I'm cool with, I understand the whole thing, transformation and change, and the mother and the divine feminine and the serpents, and I get that. But in the physical world, not so much. Not so much. I done got better. But that don't mean I want to see any. You know what I mean? But if I see one, I might not trip like I would have, a couple years ago. But you know what I'm saying. Now, some of y'all don't have that issue. You like snakes in the physical as well as in the spiritual. I'm kudos to you for that. I'm working on it. But again, serpents. Okay, serpentine energies may come towards you in your dreams or in your waking life in any form. Anywhere. You could see it on a poster, you could see it in a magazine, you could see it in a book, you could be, anywhere. All right. Another sign of synchronicity that this message is for you is if you are seeing lizards, bearded dragons, or iguanas. Okay. If you are drawn to these animals, if you are already a fan of these animals, then this message is for you, and that is a sign of synchronicity that this message is for you. Okay, so continue to go within, spend more time within. There's more sacred knowledge about who you are and why you're here, that you're being asked to be available, to be given. Do not doubt what is being revealed to you. All right. Do not doubt what is being revealed to you. For many of you, I'm being asked to reiterate that the goddess YaYa is stepping up for you and coming in towards you. If you are already in a relationship with YaYa, she's calling you to come in. She wants to show you something. She wants to show you something, but I'm hearing her say you're focused more on the storm and not on what I'm trying to show you through it. She needs your attention to take you need to take your attention off of the wind and the rain. That is just the tool she is using to help you elevate. All right, Divine Feminines, this has been the message for today. Please, if you have not subscribed, take a moment, join our family. We are over here supporting, building, growing, and having a good time with each other. So please hit the subscribe button. Okay. Also, leave me a comment if this is your first time and you're just tapping in. Welcome to the family. Leave me a comment. Let me know so I can welcome you. You know what I'm saying? In a good old fashioned way. You know what I mean? Also to my soul family, thank you again for watching this video. Thank you for your support, for your likes, everything that you're doing as we build this platform, we build this family. I greatly appreciate it. Also hit the notification bell so you know when I'm back with another video. All right, you won't miss nothing. You don't want to miss nothing around here, I'm telling you now. So hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next video. All right, peace, family.